Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching feeling? You see strong sales figures, things look good on paper, but then you look at the bank balance and it's, well, lean.
Yeah, it's the classic cash is king reality biting.
Exactly. It's not just a slogan, is it? It's fundamental. A business can look profitable, maybe even growing super fast.
And still fail
Yeah,
because the cash runs out. Sometimes it's that rapid growth itself that just drains the tank.
right. So what's the defense against that?
Well, you need an early warning system,
Mm?
and that is exactly what cash flow forecasting gives you.
Okay, so it's not just about avoiding disaster.
No, not at all. It's also a tool, a really powerful one actually, for giving you the confidence to make big strategic decisions. Things like hiring new people or investing in equipment, maybe expanding.
Got it. So today we're doing a deep dive into this, looking at the mechanics and the assumptions behind it.
Precisely. Both the science, how you actually build one, and the art, which is making sure those assumptions are realistic enough to be useful.
Okay. Now, most people watching will know their P&L, their profit and loss statement. How is this different?
The key difference, and honestly where so many businesses get tripped up, is timing.
Timing of the cash.
Exactly. Your P&L shows profit over a period, but it doesn't tell you if you have enough cash today to pay your bills.
Right. Like, say you make a massive sale in January. It looks great on the January P&L.
Fantastic. Profit's up.
But what if the client doesn't actually pay you until, say, April?
Then you're stuck. You've still got rent, salaries, suppliers to pay in February and March. Without that cash coming in, you could be in real trouble, even with that profitable sale recorded.
So for you listening, what are the big reasons forecasting is so essential?
Okay, several key things. First, it helps you anticipate those cash shortfalls way ahead of time.
Giving you options.
Right. Time to maybe arrange some credit, or chase down those overdue invoices more aggressively, or perhaps just delay some non-essential spending for a bit.
Makes sense. What else?
Second, strategic planning. It directly helps you answer those big questions. Can we actually afford this new machine? Or is now the right time for that big marketing push?
Mm-hmm. And financing.
Oh, absolutely crucial. If you ever need funding, banks, investors, they will almost certainly ask for a cash flow forecast. It shows you understand the financial reality of your business.
It shows you're on top of it.
Yes. And finally, managing growth. It sounds counterintuitive, but fast growth can really strain your cash because you need more stock, maybe more staff, production costs go up before the sales cash comes in.
So the science bit then, how do you actually build one? Is it complicated?
It doesn't have to be. The core calculation is pretty simple. Your cash inflows minus your cash outflows for a period equals your net cash flow.
Okay. Inflows minus outflows.
Then you just add your opening cash balance for that period to the net cash flow, and that gives you your closing balance.
And how far ahead do you typically look?
Usually a rolling 12-month forecast, broken down month by month, is standard. But if your cash flow is really tight, you might need something shorter term.
Like weekly.
Yeah, maybe even weekly or daily. Often people use a 13-week forecast in their situations for a really granular view.
Right. And inflows, that's cash sales, obviously, but also...
Crucially, money coming in from customers who bought on credit.
Yeah.
Your debtor payments.
And you have to be realistic about when they actually pay, right? Not just the payment terms you set.
Absolutely vital. If your terms are 30 days, but, everyone pays in 45 or 50 days on average, you have to use the realistic number. Wishful thinking here is dangerous.
Okay. And outflows?
Everything. Supplier payments, operating costs. Remember both fixed things like rent and variable ones like sales commissions. Any big capital purchases, loan repayments, interest, and definitely don't forget taxes.
Ah, yes. Taxes. The one that catches people out.
So often. That VAT bill or the corporation tax payment, they can be big chunks of cash going out that you must plan for. Once you have all that, a simple spreadsheet can calculate your net flow and closing balance each month.
So that's the science, but you mentioned the art as well.
Yes, because the forecast is only as good as the assumptions you put into it.
This is where realism really matters.
Totally. Be conservative with sales growth estimates. Use those actual customer payment timings we talked about, not just the terms. Factor in any seasonality predictable peaks and troughs in your business year.
And you can take this further, right? With different scenarios.
Exactly. This is where it gets really powerful for you. Don't just rely on one forecast. Create at least 3 versions. A best-case scenario.
Where everything goes perfectly.
Then a worst case, maybe a big client leaves, or sales drop significantly. And finally, your realistic case, which is your most likely baseline.
What if planning?
Precisely. Doing this helps you develop contingency plans before you need them. You understand the potential impact of things going wrong or unexpectedly well, and it makes your business much more resilient.
So, bringing this all together, a cash flow forecast isn't some static report to file away.
Not at all. It's a dynamic roadmap for your business's finances.
Yeah, it feels like it shifts cash management from being, reactive and stressful
Fighting fire.
to something proactive, strategic even, giving you clarity.
And confidence. It really does.
A powerful tool indeed.
So the final thought for you to consider is this. What clarity, what confidence could you unlock by regularly creating, reviewing, and actively using this essential roadmap for your financial future?